The first joint that you poured already?
Yeah, but I didn't. I had cranberry juice in there.
Oh, I
had cranberry juice and I had poured a little bit of teleport in it. No, I'm not an alcoholic.
I'm about to be like AB.
That sweet potato pie. It was just too cold.
B was like, "Hey, bro, like I always been."
You know it's recording. I had to stop you right there.
I've always wanted a teleport.
Where's the sponsorship?
Drink responsibly. If you're home watching this,
welcome back.
Welcome back. Drink responsibly
to another episode of Two Scrippers, One Bowl. Okay, I'm gonna just start that.
Woo!
So this week's Minisode question was submitted by my girl May, and she said,
"What's up, May?
Oh,
hey,
this
May.
is somebody that I pull with.
Hey, May. What's what May talking about? What's she? That's her Instagram. Say no. I'm joking, May. I know you're a beautiful woman, and you know I'm lying. Hey, May.
Teleport. Okay, so the question of the week is, how do you define self-care? So we had actually already been kind of having this conversation with each other, and she submitted this a while ago, so thank you. So I was like, oh, why not make it a topic? So she said doing whatever she needs to feel, whatever she needs to do to make her feel like a bad bitch. Bad bitch energy, big purr.
Whoa! She tripping.
No!
She with all of that shit too.
Suki?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
She different. That's.
I low-key think that she might be my spirit animal.
Okay.
But no, I really do. She's been giving me a lot of really good memes lately. But anyway, so then shout out to Amo. He said taking care of yourself mentally and or physically by doing what makes you happy.
Okay. And
then shout out to you. I don't know your real name. I'm just saying Instagram names. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Savage Art, he said releasing, right? So then I asked him to elaborate on that.
Okay.
And so then he said release intention, whether it's working out, talking, writing, or shit busting a nut.
I was gonna say you should start with that, OG. Okay.
But no, I mean I figured that's what he meant.
Knew what you was talking about.
Yeah, I knew. But I knew there was some substance there. Not everything's about sex, but since we're here, use code BB2S1P30 for 30% off. I got a new toy, y'all. This is the Thrust by Balessa.
Why you pull out like?
Because I want them to go buy it and look at that. And then it has this moves too. It's great. 30% off. BB2S1P30.
Like, what the fuck was that supposed to do when you 30% off? It even vibrates. Whoa. She didn't tell me anything about this.
I did it. I like to keep you on your toes.
Thrust.
Because it goes. It's a great toy.
All right.
Highly recommend. BB2S1P30 for 30% off your order. Oh, I'm supposed to do it in my sexy voice.
Come on, action.
Wait, I need my headset. Because the headset, where's my headset?
Get the headset.
I gotta get the headset. I have new mics, y'all.
Hi, 30% off.
Yeah, I get into a mode. I really just need to wear this.
Okay.
Okay.
Schedule one song and one song only.
All right. Can I get some background music? I'm about to do a live ad for y'all.
Live.
Breaking news. Okay. Oh, this is from earlier. I'm waiting for that. I could have played it from my iPad. I'm burnt. Oh, here it is. Hey, sexy. Use code BB2S1P30 for 30% off your order. Let's get to nothing, baby. I didn't even have my thing down. It's like, hey there, big sexy. Can I get you something to drink? How about this squirt? Use code Use code BB2S1P30. 30% off your order. Eating his ass. Now I'm eating his. Oh. Back to self-care.
What? Looked like you were self-caring just now.
I was. It's a great toy, y'all. Go get it. But yeah. So those are the answers. And we have been talking about this for a while. Like self-care. I like to keep this on, but it's weird. I'm sorry.
Do your thing, OG.
I want to keep this on, but I can't hear myself because I'm not recording from the computer, and it's a comfort thing. But not being able to hear myself is actually kind of weird.
But it's good because now it's gonna make you consciously talk consciously.
It's gonna make me talk consciously?
No, you're gonna consciously like really try to figure out what you're really saying because you can't hear yourself.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Try it. Let's go.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's a comfort feeling to be able to hear myself. And so now I don't feel comfortable not being like having this on and not hearing myself, but I want it on because it's just so freaking cute.
There you go. Now it's on and you can still hear.
Okay. So as I was saying, we have been talking about self-care for a while.
Right.
And so that's why I wanted to talk about it this week. But like in the past year, I've been trying to be very intentional about the words that I use. And so I was sitting down. I have so much going on, getting ready to start grad school. I have like 2 jobs, but then I do a lot of like work on my own with the podcast, with sex work, with my art. And so the other day I had sat down and I started making a list of all the things that I had going on, and I tried to start categorizing them. And so I was specifically looking at like sources of income. And so then when I got to my art, I had labeled it as self-care because with my art and my pole at one point in time, and I'm kind of experiencing this now too with like starting this podcast. I'm like, especially since it's so focused on pole, like that's, I guess, well, not I guess, it's the brand.
Right.
And so I'm trying not to do things for the sake of it, just to produce content or to make work out of it. And so I feel like by labeling it as self-care is something that I enjoy, and so it doesn't feel like work. So that's just like words. That's just like what Amo and what May said, and even Savage Art, just like releasing any tension or doing what you need to make you feel your best self.
Right.
And so pole makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Art makes me feel better. Like yesterday, so I was recording content for my OnlyFans, and I have themes. Tuesdays are topless Tuesdays. But what I've been doing is doing things that bring me fulfillment or joy or some type of peace, just without a top on. So like I did yoga topless. I did the other day, I worked on some paintings topless.
How was that?
It was nice because I didn't even realize the camera. You know, I was in my element.
Right.
I was doing something that fulfilled me. And so I think like that, doing that simple task and just removing my shirt, but I was doing something that was fulfilling myself. Sorry, y'all. Taking care of that self-care piece, but then I was also able to cross work.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that's good when you can find that balance. Like you said, like self-care is one of those things where you have to redefine as you go along in life. I think self-care before was like, I'm trying to go to the club, I'm trying to travel,
yeah,
I'm trying to do this, and this, and like all those things are like activities that you don't get to do all the time. Like, how often do you travel to Cabo? And that's considered self-care? Or no, I'm just saying like, yeah. Like, or somewhere that you like, San Juan, like
self-care has always been looked at as like a treat, something that you
get one time,
that you get rewarded, you reward yourself with,
right? And then instead of like you actually like doing those things every day to make you feel good about yourself, like, so yeah, it's just like you said, just relabeling those things that you really don't like. So a lot of times we label things incorrectly, and it's like everything we label a lot of things incorrectly. So now when you talk about when you can like relabel self-care, and like now automatically your mind is like, oh, this self-care, this is good for me, so I'm gonna do more of it. Yeah. And now when you do more of it, now you feel like better about yourself. So like,
and it helps you kind of just like thinking about how when your social battery dies, or you just, so also not beating yourself up if you don't get something done. Yeah. And really taking the time to listen to your body and what it needs at that moment. So like, yes, maybe your plan was to meditate or to do yoga or just to go outside, and you didn't do that. You just sat in bed all day. Like, don't beat yourself up for not taking that, you know.
Nah, I to a certain point, I disagree with it for a second, because there's so much time. Like today, I was working out today, and I put the timer on for 1 minute. Okay. That seems like a short period of time, but it's not.
You can actually do a lot in a minute.
You can do so much in a minute, and I didn't realize that until today. And so I was like, if that timer was just on 1 minute, I have time to do something to like benefit me. Okay. So like, I don't give people excuses anymore to be like, oh, you can't do something because you actually just because you just didn't want to do it, because you had time to do it.
Okay. I was saying that because like, okay, so meditating, it was a period in time where I was like, for probably like 2 months straight. I feel like I'm yelling. It was like 2 months straight where I was meditating daily, and I haven't been doing that. And so I have been beating myself up a little bit over it.
Because why?
But because I haven't been consistent.
But how did you feel when you were doing it?
What do you mean?
When you were actually meditating and doing
I feel great. It makes me feel great. So, but putting into perspective what you said, so I've been beating myself up because I haven't been doing my extended meditations where like I got up to the point where I was doing like 30-minute meditations, and my plan, because I started by the time, so I have this app, it's called Balance. It's free right now. If you are interested, you can DM me and I can send you the link. But it's free for the first year, and I actually do enjoy it. So I had already started meditating on my own beforehand, and then I came across the app. And so by the time I started the app, it has like these layouts of plans 10 days at a time, and it builds you up to the stronger meditations. So I had kind of already started in the middle where I was more advanced than like the average person. So I got to like 30 minutes a day pretty quickly, but then it restarted to like the beginner plan once I got through all the advanced ones. So now the meditations are like smaller, and they're not as like, I don't know how to describe it.
They're not keeping your attention.
Yeah, they're not keeping my attention. And so I've been beating myself up because I haven't been keeping up with my streaks on the app. But thinking about what you said, I have been trying to, the skills that I've learned from the app, I try to, when I remember during the day, like take a minute of time to focus on my breathing. Yeah. And so that's still a meditative situation or a meditative state. Yeah. Because even when I went to Dreamville, it was like the day was so long, I didn't have a point where I could well, I could have, but I didn't have a point where I could actually go away for 30 minutes and do a meditation. So while I was waiting in between sets, I probably just like closed my eyes and like focus on my breathing for like 2-3 minutes while
but
my friend was
that
doing
by
whatever.
itself helps though.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
But like you said, like you had time and you just chose to do something else with it. And that's the point. Like self-care is like understanding that I'm gonna take this time and I'm gonna do this for me because I know what the the way I look at it is like if I do this and I label this as self-care, I know what the after effect is. I know, so the after effect of me doing it is the self-care part.
Yeah.
Because you're doing something for self and the care is like comes after.
Okay. Compound word.
I'm trying to tell you. So like for me, doing solar, I know for me, the self part is like, okay, just be selfless and just go knock. And I know the care part is the results that comes from me knocking.
Okay.
So like now I know I can live a lifestyle, I can do certain things because I went and did the self-care part of saying, okay, I'm gonna get myself up and knock. And I know by me knocking, I can take care of myself.
Okay, so you're kind of, well, okay. Yes and no.
Yes and no, but like that's how I looked at it. Cause like at first I always looked at it like it was an issue.
Okay.
And I didn't want to do it. I've tried to find every other way to do something else. So now it's like, now that I labeled it as self-care,
you know what? Yeah,
it's not a job anymore. It's not a hassle. Now it's like, oh, I like doing this. Let me talk to you real quick. Come here. And now it's different now. I have a different energy now about it because now it makes me feel good because I know by me doing this, making you feel good, I can feel good and live life and buy whatever I want and do stuff. And I think that's essential. Essential. But no, like I think that's what self-care is. Like you said, redefining and relabeling things because we label things the wrong way all the time. Like we'll sit here and be like, I'm bored or not, or like I'm
okay, or I'm, I'm bored.
Or, that was just a
no, but I'm saying like on the same thing, like so when you get out of like a toxic situation or something, or you start focusing on yourself, and people will tend to say like I'm bored, but it's like you're really at peace.
Yeah.
And you're used to toxic situations.
So I'm not gonna get into that because that's really religious, and I'm not gonna do that. 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 I'm not gonna do it. I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna do it.
Why not?
I saw a video today.
Okay.
On TikTok.
Okay.
I'm like really big on like certain things on TikTok really like adds value to your life.
Yes, you're very religious though, so talk about it.
No, let's talk about it. So like all this time, like when people, so like I saw this video and the guy was like, we have to watch how we say what we say after I am.
Yes.
Because I am, we don't really understand what I am means. Yeah. I am means I'm a vessel of God, really. So like I'm him. Yeah. Like that's what him is like. I'm not him, Juwan. I'm him. Yeah. And so like understanding like you gotta be careful about what you put behind I am. Because when we say I'm bored or I'm depressed, I'm this. Okay, the universe is gonna give you all of that. That comes with that. So now, because now you're downgrading what your actual potential is because you're talking down about the actual vessel, which is so then, but how can you believe in him and then not?
No, so I don't even think, because as I've said before, I'm not religious, but like in the past year so many things have happened, and I think there's so much strength in the power of your words. Like saying I am this, it alters how you move and how you view yourself. So if you're constantly telling yourself like I'm broke or I'm this, I'm that, whatever, that's what you believe, and that's how you move, whether it's intentional or not. I think like I said, I'm agnostic, which means that I believe that there is a higher power. I just don't follow a religion. There's no way there's not some kind of God.
100%, because
it's just there's
look
no
around
way.
you. We created this. Like, no, but and that did something to me, and it channeled the self-care part, because it's like I am, and now when you say I am, okay, so you already are great. So now what are you gonna do with it? What do you put behind that? And it's like, damn, Okay, cool. So now you can channel your self-care and be like more intentional about doing things that you really want to do. So yeah, it's just about being intentional. I think self-care is being intentional.
Yes.
That's it.
And also really like take the time to sit down and figure out what brings you joy. Like what is it that makes you feel your highest self? Your most functioning self.
What's your version? What things do you do that makes you feel your highest self? And how often do you do it?
Creating. And I have come to learn again. So getting into manifestations and just like words have power. There was, I think I had wrote it down in here, but I think it's on that board too. I'll go get it. So, oh no, it's right here. Is it? Okay. So the manifestations that I've been writing, my words have power. I am responsible for what I say and how I say it. I choose empowering words in crystal clear tones to express the thoughts which define the dreams that build my world. With every breath I take, I feel peace. With every breath I take, there is wisdom here for me. With every breath I take, I understand my life's purpose better. Let my mind be free from the burdens of the world. Allow me to explore new dimensions, discover new thoughts, ideas, and emotions. Let me discover pure joy in my being. Allow happiness and laughter to flow freely through my life into the lives of those around me. May love enter my life and fill my heart and soul. May the magic of love always inspire me to radiate warmth and caring to all those who touch my life. May an abundance of goodness flow freely into my life. Allow me to be receptive to the treasures that present themselves, enriching my life's journey. I am beautiful. I am intentional. I am brilliant both mentally and energetically. I'm a traveler and lover of music. I attract and maintain capital. I am light. I am love. I'm a creator. I'm an artist. I'm a teacher. I flow gracefully and freely. I extend love and grace to others, but most importantly, myself. With every breath I take, I willingly accept my part in the universe. So that was a lot. That was a lot. But that has been, those aren't my own words. Like I got these like Reiki candles, and those are like the words. And I'm really into quotes and stuff. So these are just kind of compilation of all the things.
But you start to believe this.
Yes, like, very much so.
You start to live this. You start to, and that's how powerful it is.
And being intentional with your words, like I had started writing some of these things, but I wasn't specific in some of the things that I meant. So like, for instance, when I wrote abundance, I meant I wanted money. And then I got an abundance of things going on in my life. But when I sat down the other day and I wrote down all the things that are going on, and I realized like how all of them can provide income. And I was like, so I was asking for money, but I didn't see it at first. And then with the creator part, it was kind of the same thing. Like I was looking at it in terms of like the act of making art and looking at my artwork, looking at pole, and then this content creator realm came in with the OnlyFans and the podcast. But
it's a beautiful mesh though.
Yeah. And how all of it is overlapping is crazy. Yeah. So I say all that to say, be intentional with your words, with self-care. Be intentional of what it is that makes you feel your best you, or brings you some type of peace, and where you don't have to, like, you can step away from the bullshit of the world and the people of the world.
Unplug.
Plug.
Because once you unplug and you can tap into yourself, it's a beautiful thing, because now you can really get the fruits of who you really are instead of just being on autopilot.
Yeah.
Imagine how many years, like, imagine if you can go back and say, damn, if I would have just tapped in to myself at the bare minimum a long time ago, like, where would you be? Like,
yeah. Because I look back at a year, I say this, like, for me, so my year, this time last year, I was down bad.
You know what? This is what I'm gonna say about self-care. The way we treat self-care is like 7 to 10 day shipping. We'll plan a trip and we're gonna take that trip.
Okay.
That trip is probably 3-4 months away.
Yeah.
But self-care is really Amazon Prime. Because what happens is like now you can do that next day. You can do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All the stuff that you really want to do for yourself to make yourself feel good, because you don't need to depend on anybody else to do it for you anymore.
Yeah.
Now you can do it yourself tomorrow. You're like, you know what? I want to do this tomorrow.
And also going back to the conversation that we always have about time.
Oh shit.
All you have is right now, so why not fucking do it right now?
There's no finish line to excellence.
I like that. I like that.
I'm trying to tell you, like it's one of those things where you just gotta choose yourself and like really just be that unapologetically and do whatever it takes for you to make sure that you are okay. Because so many people depend on other people to make them feel good, and then when that person doesn't make you feel good, now you sitting there looking like Boo Boo the Fool. Nah, for real.
Oh, you know what? That was like a quote that I saw. I want to try and get you like I've been getting you. But yeah, so I'm gonna wrap it up because storage space, y'all. I need more gigabytes. But it was a quote that I saw going off of what you said that was like, anger is a symptom of broken expectations.
Anger is a symptom of broken expectations. I agree with that.
And when you look at it that way, it's really the anger is the negative emotion. So the negative emotion is the expectation that's being broken.
Yeah. Because that's
and is it worth holding on to that expectation? Not saying you got to get rid of your expectations, but is it worth holding on to that expectation and dealing with whatever it is that broke that expectation? Does that make sense?
Dealing with whatever it is that broke that.
Yeah. So like if I had an expectation of you and you broke it, now it's like I'm feeling whatever emotion. It made me sad, it made me angry, it made me whatever. Dealing with, is it worth holding on to that negative emotion?
No.
So I can keep my expectations, just not with you.
No. Yeah. Well, yes. Yes.
I mean, if you expect,
because again, your
thinking about words, expectation boundaries.
Yeah, because like now, like your expectation came from you. That's all between you and you. Mm-hmm. I didn't tell you that to feel that way. I didn't tell you to think that I was gonna do like or be or come or whatever. Come to.
I expect you to come.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, hello. But no, like it's one of those like our expectations are so high for some people, and I think that like a lot of times that we make those expectations up in our mind, and then when somebody fails to do those or to be what we thought, then it's like, whoa, what the fuck? And I think that's where the anger comes, because now you're fight or flight. Fight or flight. I'm gonna say fight or flight.
That's what I thought. I was like, how we get there?
Yeah, fight or flight is coming into place, and that's you trying to protect yourself from feeling that pain and hurt and stuff like that. So I think, that's where it comes from. I think, and I think we make that ourselves. I don't think the person, and now I think we can feel like, oh, this person is doing X, Y, and Z, so I can feel this way. But then it's like, how many people can you actually say that you actually 100% know? Nobody.
Oh yeah, 100% no, absolutely not.
So it's like, where do these expectations come from?
Yeah.
From past behaviors, but then people switch up quick, and then what? Yeah. Somebody's situation might change, somebody's motives might change, somebody's thoughts may change, and you still sitting here with your same expectation of this person, and they're not even on the same wavelength at all. Teleport. Every time.
So that was great. I'm gonna wrap it up with Ask Mango. Well, this is where y'all supposed to ask me questions. So my cousin asked me, what was the hardest pole move for me to learn? All of them. I've been pole dancer for 3 years now, And I've just started getting comfortable with some moves that I've been trying to get for like 3 years. And granted, it's been on and off. And so I guess the hardest part has been for me to like really listen to my body and focus on like what is actually being engaged when I do a pole move. And so now that I'm more in tune with my body, I've been able to do moves that I've been like struggling to get for years, because now I understand what part of my muscles are being engaged for that. Oh yay, the video finally saved. Woohoo. Now I gotta add the caption. And then Savage Art asked me how or what made me get into pole dancing. So I've always wanted to have a pole in my house when I got a house. And then when I moved out of my mom's and my friend was selling her pole, I got the pole from her. And I was like, I gotta learn how to use this thing. Then I cut my thumb off and I was depressed. And one day I was teaching, and one of my students, like that day, he kept asking me like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? And I kept asking him like, yo, what do you keep asking me that for? And then finally he looked me dead in the face and he was like, I know depressed when I see it.
Dang.
I was like, what the
Kids
fuck?
have no filters.
Like, no filters. And
he wasn't wrong though.
He wasn't. And he just walked off. And I could have sworn that I was like, good. I just knew. I was like, Miss P, like, good morning, y'all. No, he read right through me. I was like, damn. And so then I just so happened to go home and I was just scrolling and I was looking at the poll, like, what am I going to do with this? And it was something that I've been saying I wanted to do, and got a Groupon for it. And then I just didn't look back. And I just love pole dancing. I love the community. I've met so many amazing men and women, because pole dancing is for everybody. I've met so many amazing people in it. And so this is definitely a form of self-care. So to go back to it, it's like I'm trying to remember what pole does for me and not let it become this thing that I'm doing it for content or doing it for the sake of other people, because it is something that is personal for me and it does something for me.
Self-care.
Self-care. I was about to say, don't leave me hanging on camera.
I saw you.
Don't leave me hanging on camera.
We here.
So yes, follow us on Instagram, 2 Scrippers 1 Pole. 2 Scrippers 1 Pole, the pod, as the backup. Follow us on YouTube. But if you're watching this, you're probably on YouTube anyway. So just scratch that. Go to the Patreon. Patreon.com/2 Scrippers 1 Pole. Everything is 2 Scrippers 1 Pole. Send questions, topics, and stories. What do you want to hear us talk about? You've seen my entire cast now. I have guests. If there's certain people that you would like to see on here, send the podcast to them. Tell them to listen. Tell them to come over here. And talk about any and everything. Mm-hmm. If there's certain people that you want me to be talking to, let me know. Yeah. That's it. That's all, folks. Tune in to this week's full episode. Tune into all the episodes. If you just got here, go back and listen. It's a lot going on. It's always, you never know what you're gonna get.
You never know.
You literally never know.
We don't even know.
Not one bit.
But that's what makes it.
That's what makes it great.
That's what makes it 2 Strippers 1 Pole. 2 Scrippers.
Thank you. And okay, since
2
before
Scrippers.
I said 2 Scrippers, because shadow banning for Black content creators is a real thing. Scrippers. And so I did 2 Scrippers, because if you put 2 Black girls on a pole and put 2 strippers, they would have shut this account down before it ever got started.
Scrippers it is for 200, Alex.
Y'all be safe. Make good choices. Drink Taylorport and bust a nut. BB2S1P30.
Okay.